After another fresh cut, I'm adding boiled water that has cooled down a bit to keep the sap warm so it doesn't block the water from being soaked up during its first drink at home. I picked up this plastic waterer years ago. It works as good as funneling a hose and easier than bending down to pour water into the Christmas tree stand. Not only did we buy our first live Christmas tree for Sugarwood, I haven't had a live tree for a couple homes now due to allergies, but we also bought our first Fralsam, now featured as the top tree in December 2008 by the Wall Street Journal. A Fralsam is a hybrid cross between a balsam tree and a Fraser fir. The balsam smells wonderful, the Fraser holds its needles better, and this is a wonderful blend of the two. Well, I have been squirreling away items for Christmas for the past few months, and this is not all of them, but I collected a few of the things I wanted to share with you before I start dispersing them around the house for Christmas decorating. Now, the first thing I know I showed you in the past, but I had never put it on before, was this top. I already forget what I paid for it, but it was in like the under $10 mark. And I love the color, the fit. The only thing I had was some little ties on the side I clipped, and I have to like get rid of those for like a belt. But this was a thrifted item that I knew I would wear for the holidays. And we have a couple Christmas parties that are coming up to go to, and I might wear this with another part of an outfit. I'm not sure. But I have items on both sides of me, and I want to show you some things that I found for Christmas. Now, one of them is right here on the counter, and this is a Williamsburg pineapple, and it's from Virginia Metal Crafters, who I believe is no longer in business, unfortunately. We used to carry these a long time ago in our retail store, but it was a brand new, has all the info. I actually took the tags off of it. You may have seen it on our Thanksgiving table. We did use it. And it's a beautiful brass piece, and it's a pineapple trivet. And I paid for this $11.47. And like I said, I've already used it. I loved it. And I'm going to be sharing a pineapple story, not today, but soon. And it doesn't have to do with the pine cones and pineapples that was in one of my past videos. It's another story, and I can't wait to share that with you. Actually, it's a couple stories. So this is going to go back in our drawer until I have another party, or I might even put it out up on a stand and show that as a little decoration. At a studio, this was at Gatherings by Windmill Florists, and I showed you a video of that also. This is the piece that kind of had me start thinking about painting the other nutcracker. And I also bought this because I have a very tall one of these, and it's getting a little tired, worse for wear, and I do have quite a few taller nutcrackers that I can use this in. But he simply took a lantern, the door has no glass, and he put in some greens and a little nutcracker. I don't know if he was glued before, but he certainly came undone during the drive home, and a pretty bow on top. And I also liked the color because that is one of the colors that we use here in the house. So this I got, once again, at a store called Gatherings in Ashby, Mass. And while I'm talking about that store, another item I got that was put together by, I believe the florist put this one together, is this pretty wreath with the soft greens and the pine cones, touch of glitter. I love my glitter. And I had this up on the kitchen door actually during Thanksgiving, and it's going to probably go back up there. But another thing that I picked up that I thought I might use on this. Now, we've all seen the skates hanging off of wreaths, and I've tried that here in the house, but they were a little bit too bright white and stark for me, and the black just weren't me either. Now, I realize the boots in this aren't skates, but it has the old holders for skates, the straps, and I saw this, and right away I liked the tone of the leather. I can envision it here in the house, And then, I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Ah, I could possibly see this working off the pine cones with a really pretty bow and kind of tie that in. Now, if it doesn't work with this wreath might be a little bit too delicate and glittery for these. I think I'm gonna like it, but I have so many other wreaths that I can work these from. So I picked these up at Twin Elm Farm the other day. And once I was walking by them, the price was right, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy those and use them as Christmas decorations. Now let me put this out of the way. Glitter is already everywhere, everywhere. Another item I found was this tree trivet, and I liked that once it's functional, but it has a hanger on it. I had it out on Thanksgiving once again on the counter in a little dish stand. And I liked the patina. I could see that somebody tried cleaning it up. It does tarnish. I don't know if it's a silver plate. I don't know if, I really don't know. There's no markings, no stickers, nothing whatsoever. But I liked the patina on it. It could be a pewter, but like I said, it's tarnishing, so I wasn't sure. I got it because I liked it, and I'll show a close-up of this after, but it has candles and cats and quails and candy canes, angels, bells. Every time I'm looking at it, I'm seeing something different. There's a lot of things in here. I just saw a drummer, and I thought it was the 12 Days of Christmas, but it doesn't seem to be. So I was pleased to get that. And let's see. Now these aren't thrifted, but these are things that I get every year. Paper whites. Now last year, a lot of you might remember I had them at my shop, and I had an unlimited amount of them. I had them brought in actually from out of the country, and I didn't buy any myself this year. So I did buy 14 bulbs. So if I wanted to do 2 containers, 7 and 7, or I could just put them all together. But I did pick up some bulbs. Those were also at Twin Elm Farm. They might have some still available at this point. But I was pleased to get those because I thought I might not have any this year, and a lot of the stores that I used to go to sold out fast. So I start these after Christmas, as many of you know, so that I can enjoy some greens and blooms going into the new year. A lot of people don't like the smell. It's not my favorite either, but if I have them in another room, or if I'm just walking by a room or through it, I love to see what they look like. Another purchase I made were these oranges that were sliced and dried. And where I kind of envision these is on the mantle behind me. Now, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing a few more shorter videos, not shorts that are in the vertical, but a few more shorter videos that will be doing some things together. And then I'll do a Christmas tour. And you'll see here and there things are getting done and decorated. It's not even December yet. And I do have some greens around the fireplace, and I changed out the tree. I kind of liked the other tree now that I'm seeing this one here, but we're gonna see if we work with it because the other tree right now is in the tavern. But I got these oranges, and I can see them over in the garland near Queen Bess with some of my other sliced oranges that I did, and some berries, because the kitchen is going to, ooh, this smells good. Wow. The kitchen is going to have definitely a baking and cooking theme. We're gonna have fruits, we're gonna have cookie cutters, we're gonna have cinnamon sticks, the whole works. So I'm looking forward to attaching some wire to these, and then I can use them on the garland, I can use them on the tree, wherever. And they also came with some little picks with juniper berries, so I'll reuse that as well. Now, I didn't get these out and about, but I got a few of these, was it last year? And I ended up getting more. These are the would-be garlands that look like cranberries. And this is a few of them open. I really like these because they're all a little bit different in color, just like cranberries are. And I didn't have enough for a larger tree, so I did order more of these. And I believe I'm going to be using those on the tree behind me. If not, I'll be using them in another room. But these I can use year after year in garlands, on the tree. I actually had them in a bowl. So I grabbed these off of Amazon, and these will be linked in my store or below. But I like these. They for the past few years, they've been consistent with the style, so I was pleased with that. Oh, not last but not least, two more things. Now, not a consignment, but I got this little picture, and I'm going to show you a close-up of this as well. I just thought I had to put this somewhere in the house. It's a little cow with a wreath, and once again, some glitter, and definitely Christmas, and I wanted to put it somewhere here in the house. I like having a few cows out and about. So I picked that up as well, and this is, it's not made by a local artisan, but it was originally made by an artisan and then reproduced. So that's a cute thing. Last but not least, I bought a popcorn popper. And actually not last but not least, I'm going to show you something else in a minute. I bought a popcorn popper because I'm going to be showing you roasting some chestnuts. And I ordered some chestnut pans and things to grill them in. They didn't arrive in time. So I went out, and I don't know how I actually found this. This was at a thrift store, and I was walking out the door, and here it was in a barrel with some canes and stuff. And I'm like, that will work. So we used this to roast chestnuts. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to put some tin foil on the bottom as well. But yesterday, the stovetop chestnut pan arrived, and let me show you that. I'm going to grab that real quick. I just realized I have black soot on me because we did use this. So this is a chestnut roasting pan that's going to be used on the stovetop. And I'm going to explain in the video why I'm using this and why I tried so many different things. But this did work. It worked great for the chestnuts, but next time if I use this, I'm definitely going to put some tin foil at the bottom so they don't get as burnt. But so these are some things that I got for Christmas, and I have another pan showing up just so I can give it a go, give it a try, and I am ready for the holidays. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this larger topiary ball that I picked up, I think it was TJ Maxx. They were on sale for $24. And I took out the mums here in our urns, and I put a stick down the middle to hopefully keep this topiary ball from flying in the wind. And then what I'm going to do is add real greens, tucking it in here, kind of like a frog. And hopefully a majority of those real greens will stay here through the holiday season. We'll see. What I'm going to do is even tuck some of the real boxwood in here. But I think that's going to work out great, kind of using this as a form. And I might even want to make that stick a little bit taller. I'll just pull it up a bit and add some more soil. I mean, it's really, I just don't want it to lift up and off. But we've got a beautiful day today, taking advantage of it because all of a sudden, once again, we'll have more snow. And you can see that we had some already. And I don't want things to freeze before I can get them. So this is just step one of adding many layers. Let's see what happens over the next couple weeks. Well, to make sure the house stays nice and cozy for the winter season, it was time to replace the gasket on the wood stove door. I only had to do one, and some of you might remember I replaced both gaskets 2 years ago, so it was time, and this is such an easy task. If you have a wood stove door you need to replace it, I'm going to leave a link below so you can see how I worked on ours. Well, kindred spirits, that's it for this week. And I shouldn't say for this week. Keep your eyes open for some shorter videos. We're still going to have videos up on Sunday, but I'm going to throw some shorter videos in during the week because I have a lot I want to share with you for the holiday season, and there's not enough weeks to do so. I will see you next time. Bye now.